Okay, in this class we're going to use a software called Gretl to run our regressions. Now there are other softwares out there like Stata or MATLAB, but Gretl for one is menu-based, which I like. For two, it's free, and I think it's a good compromise between simplicity and power. I'm going to upload a zip file that contains Gretl. You only have to download it and install it in a folder, and then just know that it's there. But if you want to install it directly into your computer or you have Mac, this is what you should probably do. Go to Google and then just look for it. Gretl, Gretl, econometrics, and enter. Click on this one, Gretl sourceforge.net. Now you have a Windows machine, then you click here. If you have a Mac, then you're going to click here. I have a Windows machine, so I'm going to click here. And I'm going to install the latest release. My computer is 64-bit, so I'm going to click there. Now, you don't have to click anything here. It is automatically going to do it. If you click anywhere else, you might end up installing some uh, some kind of software you may not want. So it eventually pops out here. You want to install Gretl, you click Run, it downloads, there, and there it is. It asks you if you want to install it. Click yes. I want it in English. I click next. I want it there. Yep. Don't know what it is. I'm going to click next. Install. And it's going to install. I can close this now. It'll take a little. And now it is there. So I'm going to run it. It's going to be on your start menu. And it looks like this. So I'm going to have another video on how to actually use it before we need to define what econometrics is, what regression is. But I'm going to show you a quick example of what we can do with it. Most of the data you're going to handle is going to be in Excel. So I'm going to create a quick data set with a y variable, an x variable, and then I'm just going to make some numbers. They have to be pairs. And now I'm going to save this file as a CVS file. I'm going to call it example 0. But I want it to be CSV, comma, delimited. Now, you can actually save it as an Excel file, but it is common practice amongst econometricians to always exchange data files on CSV because other programs might not be able to open directly Excel files, but most programs are going to be able to open CSV files. So I'm going to call it example 0 CSV, click save, and it's going to be saved. Now, if you do that, know that when you label your variables, you cannot have any spaces in between. So I cannot have this variable called, say, variable space cars. That would not be okay. I can do variable underscore cars. all together into one variable, into one word. Or I can just simply call it. Alright, so what do I do with that example 0 file? I just drag it in. It's going to ask me if I want to give it a cross-sectional dimension. I'm going to say nope. It tells me what it did. I can close, and now I have here two variables. One variable y that has all the data from our file. I have the variable x that has all the data for our file. And I can do a graph. I can select them both, click on XY scatter plot, define which one is my X variable, my horizontal variable, click OK, and now I have it. I have my data points right there. I don't want that line, so I got lines, and I don't want it. So I have my data points right here in a graph. So throughout the semester, we're going to get more familiar with what Gretl can do. In the meantime, just know that your data is probably going to be uploaded in an Excel file. You want to save it as CSV, and then you simply drag it in. Now, once you have it here, now you can save it as a Gretl file. You're going to click Save Data As. We're going to call it example 0 for consistency. I want it in the desktop. I click Save. Why isn't it doing it? I don't know why it's not doing it. It's stuck.